Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and today we will be doing a fun and easy craft that you can do at home. Today we will be making tissue paper flowers, like so. These are perfect to give to a family member or a friend or anybody that you care about, and you can put a stick on them or leave them as they are. They're just perfect decoration and they're really fun to make. So first things first, we're going to need to get our materials. Obviously, we're going to be needing some tissue paper because they are tissue paper flowers. We'll also need some yarn to tie them together, and then some scissors to cut the yarn and some designs in the tissue paper if we want. So, once we have our materials all together, we can put our tissue paper in front of us. I'm doing about 6 layers, but you can do any more or any less. Just remember that the more you do, the harder it does get. So, once we have as many layers as we want them about in the same size. And try to do more of a square shape if you want them to be more circular, but it really doesn't matter whatever shape you pick. So, we can put them in front of us and try to line them up as best we can to make them as neat as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect though, remember that. So, once we have them all lined up, we're going to do our first fold. We'll take all the layers in our hands and fold just a little bit over onto the top of our pile of tissue paper. It can be about this big. It doesn't have to be any bigger, any smaller. It's up to you, really. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we'll crease the fold by pushing our fingers together over the fold. Next, we're going to turn it over and do the exact same thing and make a fold by folding our previous fold over on top of the back of our pile to about the same size. Remember to crease every single fold you make. And we'll keep doing this and flipping it over and folding until we get to the end of our tissue paper. It shouldn't take too long. And your folds don't have to be perfect, remember that. Okay, now we should have a long stack of all our different folded pieces, and we're going to fold this in half to find the center of our flower. And we're going to crease the bottom of our fold just so that we'll know exactly where the center is. You should see a little line right in the middle. Then we're going to take our yarn and we're going to cut off a little piece. Doesn't have to be too long, just long enough for you to tie it. And we'll put this right around the middle where our line is and give it a tie. You'll want to tie it, make a knot. So knot it twice if you really want it to stay. Perfect. Now we should have kind of a fan looking thing. And the fun part about this is that you can do a simple one and leave it like that with no edges cut, or you can cut a little design into it. See, on this one I have little zigzags. So I'm going to show you how to do the zigzags. You'll just take your scissors or have a parent or guardian take them for you if you don't feel comfortable using your scissors. And we'll cut one line from the middle of the top down to wherever you want. It might be kind of hard to cut through them because there's so many pieces. Scoot those off to the side. And now you'll do the same thing on the other side. Now you should have a point right on top. I'm just going to do this to the other side so that it matches. You can can do any design you want. You could do a circle, a semicircle at top so that it's curved. Anything that you can imagine. So now I should have a bunch of pointed pieces of tissue paper. So whichever layer you want to be in the middle is the layer that you're going to pull first. In this case, I want my yellow piece to be in the middle, so I'm going to pull that one up first. You can pick either side and pull it towards the middle. Try to get it as far up as you can so that you have space for your other layers when you pull it up. Now you're going to start on your next layer. And do both sides of those. You're going to keep doing this until you've pulled all your layers up. It kind of gets trickier once you get to the bottom layers, just because it's harder to pull it without ripping, so be extra careful. Okay. Now you can either leave it like this, or you can take your middle piece and kind of squish it down into the middle to create kind of a flower bud like you would see on normal flowers, like this, and squish it to kind of make it more circular. But that's how you make a tissue paper flower. I hope you guys enjoy making your own tissue paper flowers because they're perfect for any occasion, and I hope this was helpful.